We are here in Copenhagen. We're supposed to go on a walking tour as our first stop this morning, but in true Danish fashion, it's pouring rain outside. So we said coffee and pastry instead. Also in true Danish fashion. When you think of Copenhagen, you probably imagine wandering along colorful harbors and strolling along cobblestone streets. Hopefully, we'll get to those things when the rain clears, but Denmark actually has another claim to fame that's easily enjoyed in bad weather: pastries. Yes, those flaky little buttery treats the world literally calls a Danish actually started right here, and Copenhagen takes them to the next level. From cozy corner cafes to modern bakeries reinventing tradition, this city is basically a pastry lover's paradise. So today we're gonna make this bad weather work for us. We're on a mission to taste our way through Copenhagen, one coffee, one pastry at a time, and rank them, because is there really a better way to explore a city than through treats? All right, we made it to Copenhagen. I'm here at a bakery called Buka, which was recommended a lot of times. And we're going to try some pastries, some Danish pastries. This is a cinnamon orange swirl. I'm scared to try to pronounce it. Hindbærsnitter. That's probably definitely wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. Let's give it a try. It's very sticky. It looks good. The bun is much more soft than I expected. I wonder if it's because it's like soaked up a lot of the sweet syrupy stuff that's on it. Definitely has a strong orange forward flavor, but just enough cinnamon that it kind of like grounds the flavor as well. It doesn't feel Christmassy at all, but it has like a sort of like grounded spiced flavor in the back of it. And the amount of like syrup on it is really nice. It kind of creates like a sticky, gooey cinnamon bun type texture, but with even a slightly softer bun, which I wasn't expecting. That's really, really lovely. It doesn't taste at all like a North American cinnamon bun, but it's somewhat comparable in form, but it does not taste like that at all. And the texture is completely different too. Like the texture is definitely a bit softer, but the top still is like a little bit crispy and hard, but it's much more syrupy and gooey than a cinnamon bun in North America would typically be. One of the well-known pastries, I almost dropped it. I'm gonna try one of the pastries that has mascarpone and berries. It looks sort of like a flaky, almost croissant type texture. Was that sacrilegious? Let me know in the comments. Let's give it a try.
I'm like, was Napoleon here?
Did Napoleon cook here? Get that little cross section. Oh, get the inside. Get the inside.
Whoa.
Okay, ready? It's not doing it. It's nothing. I thought that would be better ASMR. Okay. Ooh, this looks yummy. Okay, so it has a little bit of mascarpone cheese on top with a berry filling. Let's try. This is too big of a bite.
Just go for it.
Mm. Mm. That's really good. The fruit filling. What?
I just want the people to know that when I was picking this out, Jonathan was skeptical of it, and now he
It's
likes it.
it's true. I'll eat my words. The fruit filling is really good. It's really like raspberry forward, but it's sort of tart and sour. And it really is a nice contrast to like the denser pastry. The outside of the pastry is almost flaky like a croissant. Like I will kind of stand by that, but then as you bite into it, it's much more of like a sweet bread, sweet roll kind of texture. And it feels obviously much more denser. That's really tasty. A little bit denser than even like the other ones we've tried, but it still is really light and like is a nice balance with this tangier fruit flavors. And the ricotta provides a little bit of creaminess. Overall, this one just feels like oh my god, I keep saying ricotta. Overall, this one really just feels like a really well-balanced bite, like a well-balanced pastry. You're getting a lot of flavors and a lot of textures, but they all really work well together. It's yummy. You should try.
What are your thoughts on the Danish pastry culture so far?
So far, I'm liking it. A little coffee and a pastry in the morning. Does it get better than that? And there's such a
Do they have
variety.
it in the morning?
No, anytime. But that's how we're starting our day.
Oh, I more like meant like, what do you think of like, because their pastries are a big part of their culture.
So far, I respect that. And I think there is such a variety that there really would be something for everyone, something for every taste. You just have to like experiment and find the ones that you would like the most, or go with which ones most exciting to you. But who doesn't like a little sweet treat any time of day? That's my opinion. Who doesn't like that? Let me know in the comments. All right, we are at another cafe in
Denmark.
Let's try that again. Okay, we are at another cafe in Copenhagen. We came to another one because it's raining outside, and the other one was really nice, really good, but definitely was a little more touristic vibes. All the pastry names were in English. Here, they were in Danish, so that's a good sign. And next, we're gonna try. I'm not gonna try to pronounce it. This is what I'm trying. Let's give it a go. This was really recommended to try while being here. Has an interesting texture. That's yummy. It kind of gives like a cross between a shortbread and a cake in texture. It's filled with like layers of jam, which are a little bit tart and sweet at the same time. And the icing on top is really sweet. It gives like a sugar icing on top. All in all, I like that. Let me try one more bite. It's really actually nice to have like the little nuts on top and the jam texture.
They're freeze-dried raspberries.
No nuts involved. The texture on top though is really good. It's like a little bit crunchy, which blends well with the sort of like crumbly cookie part. Overall, that's really nice. Kind of tastes like a peak freen, if you know what that is. Like the cookies.
Oh, what?
A peak freen. Insert here.
I've never heard of these.
It's honestly really lovely. It's a little bit fruity, a little bit sweet, a little bit tart.
Just like you.
Period. Okay, if I had to rank the 3 pastries we've tried so far, I would probably say the cinnamon orange swirl number 1 for me, then the mascarpone berry,
and this one,
and then this one. If I had to like go back for one immediately in this moment, this is really tasty. It's not even that I don't like it. It's just
your least favorite.
It's getting the bronze. It's getting the bronze. Okay, we are here in Copenhagen. I'm trying their local popular chocolate milk. I've seen this at every 7-Eleven, at so many stores. As a chocolate milk connoisseur, shout out to Chocomel, I need to try this and see how it shapes up, see how it compares. I also love that it's like a giant juice box. Iconic. I also got the organic one because it's all they had, so hopefully that tastes the same. I don't know how I put the mic up. It has sort of like a dark chocolate first taste. It has a nice thickness too. Like chocolate milk is usually a little bit thicker than normal milk, but even the way like Chocomel is a little bit thick, almost like milkshakey, it's similar to that. It's very similar. Not quite as sweet as Chocomel, but I kind of like that. It kind of has like a dark chocolate, a rich, almost bittersweet taste to it. It still is sweet, but it almost is on that bittersweet edge. Does it beat Chocomel for me? It's a strong contender. It's a strong contender. I mean, ask me again after this whole box. Hello, another day, another Danish pastry. This morning I'm at a coffee shop called Hans. I'm gonna try this pastry that has poppy seeds, sugar, and almonds layered throughout it. Name here, because I'm traumatized by trying to pronounce them. Let's try it. Mm. 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 Sorry for the intense moaning. Oh my god. Oh my god. It has a croissant texture to a certain extent, but then the inside is a lot more hollow, and the perfect amount of sweetness with the almonds and the nuts and the poppy seeds. The poppy seeds give it that little savory kick. The almonds kind of give it like a base nutty flavor, and then there is definitely a sweetness to it. This might be my favorite one I've tried yet. That is so delicious. I could have one of those every day. I need to make sure I get the name of this one. Oh my gosh, that's delicious. It's buttery like a croissant, but it has a sweetness to it. And like I said, that balance of savory even too with the poppy seed. I'm such a fan of this one.
Okay, rank them.
This poppy seed almond confection is going to take the top spot. It's
Wow,
going
we're
to bump
starting with
everything
number
else.
one.
Yeah. It's
Normally
gonna,
you work your way up, but this one you're like, I just need to start with the best
I
and
had,
tune out now if you don't care about what side.
I had to do it. This takes the top spot. The rest are going to just bump themselves down. The cinnamon orange swirl is going to take second. The marscapone raspberry, that's going to take third. And the delicious cookie with the little crushed raspberries and raspberry jelly layered throughout is going to take fourth. Copenhagen may now be officially considered a pastry lover's paradise, but it still has so much more to offer. So next week, no matter the weather, we are diving deeper into what makes the city so unique, from its museums to its distinct neighborhoods to some of that quirky Danish charm. With Mackenzie and I, you never know. Thanks for coming, besties.